Hello everyone, it's me, Linda. Thank you for stopping by today. I appreciate it, and I hope that you're doing well. Yeah, just let me get myself together here. Yeah, okay. So, how is everyone? I hope you're all well. I am here for my weekly, what do you want to call it? Update. Weekly update for Miss Crafty Girl 42. And she's hosting hashtag Weight Loss Journey 2025. So if you're interested in joining this, jumping on this bandwagon, come on in. I started at the 1st of last month. So this is just a little back, not really a story, but I'm backtracking a little just to fill you in on what happened with me. So I started, it was about the 1st of August, I guess, is when I decided to join in on this, and it didn't go very well for me. I hadn't really prepared myself. When I'm going to do something, I have to have time to think about it, to plan, to prepare myself for what I'm about to do. And I really didn't. I decided that I would do intermittent fasting, which I have done in the past. And in the past, it worked pretty good for me. So I thought, well, I'll just do that. So I didn't really think too much about anything else. I just thought I'll just do it. Well, for some reason, it didn't seem to work. I guess I just hadn't prepared my mind for it. Hadn't gotten myself in the right frame of mind, I suppose. Anyway, I don't know if this is making any sense, but I'm going to keep going. I wasn't doing very well, and I wasn't very happy with the way it was going. So I thought I need to just stop, back up, take a minute to think about this and figure out why this isn't working. So I really never figured out why it wasn't working, but I decided to go back to my old tried and true faithful way of losing weight that I have always had success with. So I went back to counting points. I used to belong to Weight Watchers, and I had real success with that. And, you know, I would go to the meetings and I would count my points and do my exercising, and it worked. It worked so good for me. And so, yeah, I went from like a size 14 down to an 8. And I did that in a very short period of time. I can't remember exactly what it was. But of course, then I was a lot younger than I am now. And it takes a lot longer to get the weight off. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going back, and I have. Last Sunday, and I'm filming this on Sunday. I won't put it up until Wednesday, but I'm filming it on Sunday. And today is, what, August the 31st. I started last Sunday, which was August 24th, and that was my birthday. And I thought this is a good time to start. So that was when I started. Sunday morning, I weighed myself and I started to count my points. Now, counting points isn't right for everybody because it is a little bit time consuming. But after about 3-4 weeks, you pretty much know your points, and because if you're like me, you eat a lot of the same stuff, so you pretty much know your points, and then you can just keep track of them through the day, which isn't very hard to do. But anyway, I'm going to show you what I'm doing now. And I will say, since we're on the first page, that this week, I don't know if you can see my little stars, but I lost 4 pounds since last Sunday. And let's see where I'm at. My meals. I'll start with my meals. And I don't know if you can see this. I hope so. It's a little hard for me to decide if it's close enough. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. All right, so this was from August the 24th until last night, August 30th. Wait a minute, yeah, okay, that's right. So on the first day, which was last Sunday, I had 2 pieces of toast, and that was Dave's bread, and it was the, let's see, what was it I had? The raisin toast, cinnamon raisin. That was 140 calories, which equaled 4 points. I had 1 tablespoon of peanut butter, which was 90 calories, and that equaled 2 points. So for my breakfast, it came to 230 calories, 6 points. Now, I'm allowed 26 points a day. So for lunch, I had and this is what I really did not realize was happening. So it's not going to be happening anymore. But these little things really add up. So just let me tell you, 3/4 cup of non-fat vanilla Greek yogurt is 120 calories. For me, that was 3 points. A 1/4 cup of granola was 110 calories. That was another 3 points. Well, now an apple is around 50 calories, but it's no points. And I'll explain that to you in a few minutes. And then I had 1/8 cup of chopped nuts, and that was 90 calories for 3 points. And then 1 tablespoon of honey, which was 60 calories, equaled 2 points. For my lunch, just with that yogurt bowl, was 430 calories. Now, to me, that's a lot of calories, and I've been eating that like every day, and it is really, really way too many calories, and I didn't realize because I had never counted them up before, and that equaled 11 points. So that was 11 points of my 26 for the day. So for dinner, I had chicken and broccoli soup with and I didn't have anything in that. I had chicken and broccoli soup, and that was 0 points. Now, and I am going to explain the things that are 0 points in a few minutes. And then I had a 1/2 cup of cottage cheese with peaches, which came out to 0 points. And then my snack before I went to bed, because I can't go to bed without a snack, Honey Nut Cheerios with 1 1/4 cups of milk. And that came to 160 calories, which was 4 points. So for the whole day, my calories were 820, and my points came out to 21, which left me with 5 points that I did not use. I have 3 here, but I think that's because I don't know how to add and subtract, it would seem. So I'm just going to change that just for my own self, because I like to keep track of how many points I have left over. For one thing, you can use them, but I didn't need to use any of them. So for dinner, I had a mini bagel, which, no, that was Sunday. I'm having a little trouble here, figured out what I've done. For breakfast on Monday, I had mini bagel, was 2 points. If I don't have the calories listed, it's because I forgot. Spring mix salad with tomatoes and cucumbers was lunch, and that was 0 points. 4 slices of Black Forest ham, and this was in my salad, was 70 points, and that was 2 points. I mean, that was 70 calories for 2 points. And 2 tablespoons of light ranch dressing. That was 60 calories for 2 points, which brought my total lunch to 130 calories and 4 points. I had chicken and broccoli soup with a 1/4 cup of rice for dinner, which was 0 points. because I used brown basmati rice. And then my snack before I went to bed was Honey Nut Cheerios with 1/4 cup of milk for 160 calories, which was 4 points. That brought my total for the day to 290 calories and 10 points. I had 16 points left over that I didn't use. And I might add that I do not get hungry. I absolutely do not. That's shining. Let me put that right there. I just noticed that there's a glare. Okay. On Tuesday, I don't know if I need to tell you all of this that I ate, but it gives you an idea of just how much food you can eat. 2 cinnamon raisin, I had 2 pieces of cinnamon raisin toast. That was 200 calories for 5 points. And I had 1 tablespoon of butter that I spread onto the raisin toast. Put a half a tablespoon on each one. And that was 50 points, 50 calories, which was 1 point. So that was breakfast, which was 250 calories for 6 points. For lunch, I had 3/4 cup of vanilla Greek yogurt. That was 120 calories. I'm sorry, I keep calling my calories points. For 3 points. I had an apple mixed in it, which was 50 calories for 0 points. And then I had 1 tablespoon of honey, which was 60 calories for 2 points. So that brought the total for my yogurt bowl to 230 for 5 points. I can do that. That's doable. And then for dinner, I had a Weight Watchers, and I forget which one I had. I don't remember. It was 300 calories for 9 points. Then I had a green salad with cucumbers, which was 0 points. And then my snack was the Honey Nut Cheerios with 1 1/4 cups milk for 160 calories and 4 points, which brought my total for the day to 940 calories and 24 points. So I had 2 points left over. On Wednesday, it was English muffin, which was 140 calories for 4 points. And I had chicken fried rice, which I went out for lunch with my friend. I did not eat it all. I ate about half. It came to 400. I didn't know if I even ate half. It came to 400 calories, about 400 calories. 8 points. And that was lunch. For dinner, I had a Weight Watchers Salisbury steak with meat, with mac and cheese. It was 250 calories with 6 points. And then for snack, I indulged and had a pint of Halo Top. I guess it's ice cream. I'm not sure. But it was 290 calories for 8 points. I ate the whole thing. And then I had a pear for 80 calories, but it was 0 points. So for Wednesday, my total calories came to 1160, and it was 26 points, which I used all of my points that day. For Thursday's breakfast, I had oatmeal with blueberries. That was 100 calories, but 0 points. For lunch, I had 3/4 cup of the vanilla Greek yogurt, a tablespoon of honey, and a banana, and we already know that that comes to about 360 points. I mean, did I write it down? 260 points. One, two. Yeah, that's supposed to be 260. Whatever. It was 5 points, whatever it was. I can't remember, and I can't add that up in my head. Grilled chicken with mayo and lettuce on a bun. Okay, the grilled chicken and I didn't even have enough mayonnaise to count it. And the lettuce came to 1 point. I didn't write down the calories. The bun was 160 calories. That was 4 points. And then I had cherry tomatoes and carrot sticks on the side. That was 0 points. So that brought my dinner to 160 calories, which was, and then my snack was popcorn, which was 70 points, and 70 calories and 2 points. So my total for the day was 690 calories, 12 points, and I had 14 points left over. Now, they don't want you to not have points left over. They want you to use all your points, but sometimes I just can't do it. So, for breakfast on Friday, it was oatmeal with blueberries, and that was 100 calories, 0 points. See, my stuff is usually pretty close to the same. That's why I don't always have to figure it up, because I already know. And the thing I can't remember is the calorie count. I can't remember that. But I can remember the points. For lunch, I had cinnamon raisin toast, which was, I had 2 pieces. That was 200 calories for 5 points. I had 2 scrambled eggs, which was 140 calories, but 0 points. And I had a peach, was 50 calories and 0 points. So my lunch, which came to 390 calories, was only 5 points. Weight Watcher angel hair pasta with veggies was 200 calories and that was 4 points. So that was my lunch. So my lunch came to 6 points altogether. And then for my snacks, I had a lot of snacks that night. I had popcorn for 70 calories, which was 2 points. I had an Italian ice, which is 90 calories for 2 points. And then I had an orange, which was a big orange. It was about 100 calories, and it was 0 points. So 950 calories for the whole day, and it only came to 13 points. I'm going to explain this in a minute to you if you're still here. I know I'm taking a long time, and I won't do this after this week. I just want you to get an idea of how this works. At least it works for me, because I lost 4 pounds this week. Oatmeal with blueberries for breakfast on Saturday, 100 calories, 0 points. 2 scrambled eggs with 1 slice of raisin toast. That was 140 calories for the eggs. 1 slice of raisin toast was 100 calories, and I only used 2 points. And then 2 slices of pizza. My son was over last night, and we had pizza. So I had 2 slices, and that was 700 calories, which was 20 points. Some things are way more points than others. And then for my snack, I had Honey Nut Cheerios with milk, 160 calories and 4 points. And so my total calories for the day was 1,200, and I used all my points. I used 26 points. So that's my whole week of eating with my points. Now, I didn't even use any of my weekly points, which is 49. So if you go over on your points, you can use from your weekly points. But I didn't have to use any because I didn't go over. Now I want to explain to you about this points. There's a whole list of 0 point foods. And now this is the new list. I did get this because my list was old and things have changed. So most vegetables on here are 0 points, and I don't eat a lot of these vegetables, but I do eat some of them, but it doesn't matter. They're 0 points. And then fruit is also 0 points, and there's all kinds of fruit on here. No, I don't eat it all because some of it I don't like, but whatever I do like, I can eat and know that I don't have to track a point for that because there are no points. For poultry, you can have, or I can have, chicken breast, boneless and skinless, deli chicken breast, deli low sodium turkey breast, ground chicken breast, that's 98% fat-free, ground turkey breast, 99% fat-free, and turkey breast that's skinless. Those have no points. It's 0 points for any of that. And then eggs, you can use liquid egg substitute made from egg whites or just regular eggs, 0 points. Whole grains, because you stay away from grains and starchy foods if you're on a diet, but that doesn't necessarily, it's not necessarily the case here, because I can have, I'll just tell you the things that I eat. Brown basmati rice, I eat a lot of that. I eat brown jasmine rice. I don't normally eat just regular brown rice. As long as it's brown, it's 0 points. Now, that doesn't mean that you can cook the rice and eat 4 or 5 cups of it. I mean, it's a reasonable, amount. A half a cup, maybe a cup if you want a cup. But, you got to stay within reason and know that these are 0 points. And oatmeal's on here. I like oatmeal, so yeah. I eat a lot of oatmeal. Okay. And then there's take a minute. Okay, then there's seafood, all kinds of seafood. I'm not big on seafood. The only thing that I like to eat is fish, really. And that is just a couple kinds. But when I do have them, I don't have to worry about counting points for it. And then avocados are on here, and I like to put avocados in my salad. I don't like to eat them just plain. Starchy foods, which is corn. I don't eat artichokes. You can have potatoes, squash, sweet potatoes, yams, and popcorn, but it really should be air-fried popcorn and not, full of a lot of different, you can't pile butter and stuff on it, but it's 0 points if you don't. Lots of beans are on here. Beans, peas, lentils. I like refried beans. I don't like too many of the others, except I do like edamame. I like that as a snack. And beans, I like navy beans and pinto beans, and I'll eat green beans sometimes, but that's the beans for me. Then there's yogurt. Now yogurt and things like that, you can't count it as 0 points unless you have fat-free cottage cheese. You have to eat plain fat-free Greek yogurt. Now my yogurt is vanilla, so I cannot count it. So I'm going to try to find a way to eat the non-fat, the fat-free plain Greek yogurt without mixing the honey in it. That's what happens. I put the honey in my yogurt, and that adds 2 points. Anyway, you can eat plain fat-free yogurt, which isn't any better. I don't like that either. Unsweetened almond milk yogurt and unsweetened plain soy yogurt. So there you go. The cottage cheese I can do, but the fat-free Greek yogurt I haven't been able to get myself to do yet. Not by itself. I don't eat tofu, so I'm not even going there. And oatmeal is down here. I don't like barley flakes, and I don't really like whole grain flakes. I guess you can eat whole grain flake cereal, but it's not for me. I haven't. I might try it later, but not right now. And but I do eat the oatmeal. So that is a kind of a quick overview of what 0 points foods are. And if you incorporate enough of these into your meals, you're not going to be hungry and you're not going to feel deprived of things you like to eat. Now there is a calculator, which I've had mine for a while, and I have been using it, but soon I won't have to. And it's just, it calculates points for you. Like, if you put in, say you're getting ready to eat something and it has 2 grams of fat. That's gonna, you push this, and it says calculate, and you push enter, and it says total fat, and we're gonna say, we'll say 3. It has 3 grams of fat. And you push enter, and then it has carbs come up. We'll say there's 25 grams of carbs. Fiber has 4 grams. And protein is 16. So there you have a value of 5 points for whatever that food was. And then you add that. It says use, and you push enter, and it adds it to your day's points. I don't want to use that because I haven't had to use any points today because of what I've eaten. All I had this morning was my oatmeal with my blueberries. So that's how you use a calculator to figure your points. And it is a good thing to have to take with you if you're going out to dinner, because most restaurants now list all that stuff in their menu. So, so that's that. So I think I've explained it. So then for my water, I didn't do all that well. I don't think I averaged, but about maybe 50. I averaged about 50 ounces a day, and that's not enough. So I need to work on my water more. And then my workouts. Now I even am doing that different now. So this week, and I'm going to show you what I used for my workout. I have a new step, T4R. It's I don't know, I call it being for old folks because it's a recumbent cross trainer. And so you sit on it and you know, pedal it back and forth, and you do your arms back and forth. And it is a great way for me to get my exercise. It tracks your distance, your steps, your time, and the calories you burn. It does all that on the little panel up here. So I just wanted to show you a picture of what I use, because I'm not going outside and walk. I hate to be outside, and I'm just not going to do that, and I know I'm not. So I started on Sunday, so I'm just going to start here, and then I'll come up, because on Sunday I walked for an hour. I try to do an hour. It's not walking, but it's sort of like that. It was 9,501 steps, and I burned 158 calories. Monday, I did not exercise. On Tuesday, I walked 9,117 steps, and I burned 160 calories. On Wednesday was 8,527 steps for 149 calories. And then on Thursday, 8,643 steps was 179 calories. Friday, 9,255 steps for 150 calories. On Saturday, 8,788 steps for 147 calories. And the reason why this all varies so much is because it depends on how fast I'm going. Sometimes I go faster than other times. So that's that. I'm not very consistent with my speed. But I still get in a good amount of exercise in an hour. So I'll start here today, and I'm not going to be home this afternoon. So whether or not I'd actually get my exercise in today, this might be the day. One day a week I don't exercise. So this might be today's. I don't know. It depends on what time I get home. But it probably won't be today. Okay, so that is, I think that's my whole week. I don't think I have anything else to tell you about. I think that's it. So I count this week as a very good, very successful week for me. Back on my old standby points. And like I said, as time goes by, and I'm not going to always be keeping track of the calories, because I don't need to keep track of the calories, because I'm not counting calories, I'm counting points. So I did it this week because I just wanted to explain to you what I'm doing. So, but after this week, this past week, I probably will not count my calories at all, because I don't need to do that. Because I don't care how much my calories are. The only thing I care about is points, as long as I don't go over 26 points a day. And I can eat a lot of food and not go over 26 points and still lose weight. I lost 4 pounds because I started over on my weight loss. I moved all my stars back and I started over. I did a complete reset starting last Sunday. So that is it. I will come back and see you next. I'll see you on Wednesday. I'll probably going to do this on Sundays, because I do better going from Sunday to Sunday, not the middle of the week. That doesn't work for me either. But I will come on Wednesdays and give my results for the week before. Okay, so that's it. I hope you have a great week, and I hope that you lose weight. And I hope I do too. So anyway, please take care, be happy, be safe, be well, and I will see you again next Wednesday. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.